Hi, happy hump to everybody, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of Time Out Overtime on this the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. You know the drill by now. If you haven't done so yet, please, if you're watching this show, get down in the corner, hit that like and subscribe button. You'll never know how thankful I will be to you for doing so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember to tell your friends. Uh, the next subscriber to my podcast will be the winner. Pardon me. And if you're already a subscriber, you can tell them what they're going to win. Okay. All right. Where to begin? I hate doing this. It despises me. It sickens me to even talk about the Detroit Tigers anymore and what they have become. All right. Let's get this out of the way first here, folks. They have lost 13 players. Right now, they have 13 players on the IL, which, of course, is the injured list. That's more than any team in Major League Baseball. I understand that. Okay, I understand that. Key players, a lot of key players. Pitchers, position players, of course. This has become Little League Baseball, though. It's one thing to have key injuries on your team. It's another thing for the players who are out there to play the game like you're a major leaguer. Like you're a major leaguer. I guess maybe the red flag should have gone up. Right. I told people at the beginning of last week, I told people the month of May, the schedule will be much easier when you look at who they're playing. Boston Red Sox came into Comerica Park last week in disarray. They had just. What do they do? They come in here and sweep the Tigers. Swept them. A few weeks before that, the Minnesota Twins are a shit team. They went to Minnesota for 4 games and got swept there. That's before guys started getting hurt, in fact. Kansas City isn't very good. They lost 2 out of 3 to them over the weekend. And now the Mets are possibly, I don't know, aside from the Colorado Rockies, maybe the worst team in baseball. And they got pounded 10-2 last night by the Mets, who have been hitting all year. Jack Flaherty, another horrid, wretched game. How long are they going to keep rolling Jack Flaherty out there? Don't you have anybody at Toledo that could give you a better chance to win than he does? Because when he goes out there, they have none. They have no chance of winning. 30 walks in 33 innings. Yeah, your ears aren't deceiving you. 30 walks in 33 innings for this guy. And what we saw last night, I didn't watch it. I had to look. It's hard to watch or even listen to, but I have an obligation to monitor the situation because I have to every Saturday morning for an hour. I have to discuss it here locally on the radio, and with you folks 3 days a week. I have to comment on it. That's part of what I do here. Other than that, even Dan Dickerson, their play-by-play guy on the radio, is finding it difficult to put a good spin on what he's seeing. And there is no more of a house man or home man or homer than good old Double D Dan Dickerson. Last night, and again, you throw a little bad luck in there too. Okay, the game was tied. I think I didn't watch it from what I'm seeing on my phone or on highlights rather. I think the game, but they took a 2-0 lead. Tigers did. The game was tied 2-2 in the 5th inning. And Colt Keith was running from first to third on a single. Man, the game was tied at 2. He slides into third base. The ball gets by the third baseman. So he gets up. He's going to run home. Only one thing. Third base umpire was standing directly in the baseline. Keith runs right into him, knocks him on his ass, but it slowed him up just enough that he was thrown out at the plate. If he'd have been an opposing player, he would have been awarded home. But I looked this up this morning. The rule in baseball is if the umpire gets involved, it's a dead ball. A dead ball. Or I'm sorry, I misspoke. I meant to say it's not a dead ball. Everything is in play. The umpire is part of the game. What the hell was the umpire doing standing in the baseline with his thumb up his ass? He was out of position. If I was AJ Hinch, I'd have gone out there and got myself thrown out of the game. Give that third base umpire what the hell was he doing standing in the baseline? He was out of position. I'm glad he got knocked on his ass. You see, if he'd have been an opposing player, he would have been awarded home plate. But umpire is just part of the game. What the hell was he doing standing in the baseline? Oh, for heaven's sakes. So it stayed 2-2. Would they won the game? Probably not. But that's just an example of, on top of everything else, bad luck. Birch Smith was pitching. They were down 3-2. Might have been the 5th or 6th inning. And he had the bases loaded, 1 out, a perfect double play ball to Gage Workman. Keep in mind, it was 3-2 at the time. He picked it up and threw it into right field. Nowhere near the second baseman. Nowhere near. What a perfect double play ball would have gotten him out of the inning right there. Floodgates opened up right there. Okay. A couple of more runs came in by the end of the inning. I think it was 6-2 or 7-2. Some rookie just called up from, I don't know what the Mets AAA affiliate is right now, but he hit a ground ball down the right field line. Should have been a double, but Wetzel Perez had trouble picking up the ball. They gave the kid a triple. This looks like the Little League Baseball, the Bad News Bears or whatever. It's bad. It's painful. It's hard to watch. Look, Robert Valdez is pitching tonight, back from his suspension. Like I said, it's one thing. It's one thing to have key injuries, okay, which I understand affect your ability to compete. I understand that. Okay. That's part of bad luck. But there's another thing. Look, if you're in the major leagues, they hit a ground ball to you, you should be able to pick the thing up and throw it to second base, as opposed to throwing the damn thing at her. It wasn't any. I mean, he airmailed it. What the heck? What's up, Perez? Man, if you can't pick up a ball in the outfield, you shouldn't be out there. Okay. And again, I'm totally disgusted. I think this is completely revolting. And the only reason I have to monitor the situation is because of right now, I have to discuss it with you. I have to talk about it. I have an obligation to do so. Other than that, I'm sorry. And you want to know, folks, before we get out of baseball, you want to know who the real losers are. It's a commentary right now. The real losers are those poor folks that put down their hard-earned money to go to Comerica Park and watch this crap. Or they're paying for a subscription to Detroit Sportsnet. Those are the real losers. Yeah, those are the real. Even you might even say Dan Dickerson, the radio guy, is a real loser because he has to sit there and describe what's going on. And from the tone in his voice, it's painful for him to do that. Tone in his voice tells me he's disgusted, among other things. But I feel sorry for you folks who go out to the ballpark to pay money to watch this crap, or watch it. You pay for a subscription to Detroit Sportsnet, because you folks, you are the real losers. Yeah, you're the real losers. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. It's so hard, so painful. Uh, and you got to remember, Lions don't start until late July. And once the Pistons are done, we hope it's not within the next few days, but once they're done, Tigers are going to be the only thing going on. There won't be anything on the college level. That doesn't start until Labor Day. So as far as football or the Red Wings were done a long time ago. So once the Pistons or season is over with, Tigers are going to be the only game in town. Good Lord. Anyway, that's it for baseball. Okay, enough about the Tigers. More pleasant thoughts. The Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale, across the street from Arrowswood Printing. Everybody knows where the Finish Line Family Restaurant is. On M99, Carlton Road in Hillsdale. Because it's the best darn sit-down restaurant in our area, and it has been for more than 4 decades, more than 40 years. And there's a reason for that. It's got everything you want in a sit-down restaurant, good old-fashioned sit-down restaurant. Where do we want to start here? Hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Open Fridays until 8 p.m. with all-you-can-eat fish, and beginning May the 21st, which is 2 weeks from tomorrow. It's a week from tomorrow, by the way. Today is what, the 13th? Thursday and Friday, they'll be open till 8, starting May the 21st, with a classic car, Thursday night classic car drive-in. Sounds like a lot of fun. So remember, starting next week, till 8 p.m. A lot of new menu items. I've tried them all. They're very good. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Fast, friendly service. Great family atmosphere. It's got everything you want. Award-winning breakfast, I just said that, served all day. Everything you want in a sit-down family restaurant. Everything. And I can promise you, when you fuel up from food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant, you'll always finish first. Reasonably priced, you go up and pay your bill. When you walk out, you're going to have a big smile on your face. You'll feel fully satisfied. You really will. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. I better see y'all there. Okay? All right. We're also brought to you in part here locally by Barrett Insurance. I've got a question for seniors out there. Have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Well, do you? Don't let healthcare costs bench you. We're calling an audible with Joe Rood at Barrett Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. So whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're losing other coverage, Joe's got the stats and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Now, what about businesses? Businesses don't get sacked. Joe's got group health coverage options for you too. Give Joe a call at 517-849-1000. www.barrettins.com. That's 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. That's Joe Rood Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. That's barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And of course, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. Quality PC for all your tech service needs. All your tech, there is no other place to go. Best place around. Quality PC, downtown here. Anything at all. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Please get in there and see them. Tim Lilly and his staff are more than capable of resolving any technical issues you may have. I can promise you that. Okay? All right. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale. 517-610-5372. Get in there and see them at 37 Waldron Street. And when you do, tell them Rick and Miggy sent you. Thank you very much. Pistons tonight. Game 5 of their Eastern semifinal series with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look, the Cavaliers are a completely different team on the road than they are at home, okay? They have yet to win a road game in the playoffs, and I fully expect that to continue tonight. I said before this series started it was going to go 7 games, which with each team holding serve at home, and I still firmly believe that's going to happen. This thing is going to come to a conclusion on Sunday, Game 7 at Little Caesars Arena. Observations. At halftime, Pistons had a 4-point lead Monday night, and Tobias Harris had 14 points in the first half. Kate Cunningham had 12. Neither player had a single point in that third quarter, in that nightmare of a third quarter. Donovan Mitchell, if I were J.B. Bickerstaff, I would put Ron Holland on him. I think Ron Holland would one-on-one would have the best defensive opportunity of any of the other Pistons, better than Asar Thompson. Trying to shut down Donovan Mitchell. Second half, he was a one-man wrecking crew. He literally took over the game. If you look at the stats after 4 games in this series, they're just about even. Stats for each team, just about even. Almost the same for each team. The difference has been home court, and I don't think that'll change tonight. Meanwhile, the Knicks are waiting to see what happens, see who they're going to play. I hate to beat a dead horse, folks, but why the NBA doesn't reseed after every round. I'm not going for this fixed brackets. I don't look fixed brackets. The NFL reseeds after every round. Baseball does. Even hockey does. NBA doesn't do it. Knicks should have been playing the Cavaliers. The Pistons should have been playing the Sixers. I still don't understand that. Get it? Fixed brackets. Okay, so it's already predetermined who you're going to play the next round. Shouldn't be that way. Should not be that way. Oh. That's my opinion. I'd like to know what you all think. Anyway, tonight at 8:00 on ESPN. Game 6 will be Friday back in Cleveland. I don't know where you're going to be able to watch that. Game 7 will be Sunday back here in Detroit. I'm assuming that'll either be on it'll either be Sunday afternoon at 8:00 on NBC. Okay, so that's where that's at. We now know who the Lions will be playing in Munich, Germany, on November the 15th. It will be the New England Patriots. For a while, we thought it might be the Jets or the Bucks, but as it is so. We know 2 things. The schedule will be out tomorrow night at 8:00, but right now we know 2 of the games. Second game of the year, September 17th at Buffalo to christen their new Highmark Stadium there. Be the first game ever played there on Amazon Prime, 8:15 or 8:20, or whenever that starts. And the game in Munich. So you would have to assume that they'll probably open the season September the 13th, Sunday to September the 13th at home. Who would you like to see them play at that opener at home? Would you like to see a division opponent or someone else? I have mixed feelings, mixed emotions about that. I'd like to see him play the Vikings. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Vikings, boy, their new quarterback their new quarterback. Kyler Murray, in his first OTA, was it yesterday? Of the first 8 passes he threw, keep in mind, this was the first OTA that he's had with his new team. Of his first 8 passes, folks, 3 were picked off. 3 were picked off. And everybody's making a big deal out about the fact that the Vikings have Kyler Murray now. What happened in Arizona with Kyler Murray? I still think the Vikings are going to have quarterback issues this year. The Lions have been made the betting favorites to win their division this year, the NFC North. I think a lot of that has to do with they're playing a 4th place schedule, the easiest schedule of anyone in the league this year. Las Vegas over and under for the Lions, I believe, is 10.5 as it is for the Packers. 9.5 for the Bears, 8.5 for the Vikings. That's the over under. Bears have lost a lot on defense this year, and they lost their center who retired. And they're playing a first place schedule. Anxious when the schedule comes out tomorrow night. We'll talk about on the show Friday. As I said on Monday, we'll go down every game of the schedule, and I'll do the win, lose, as much as I despise doing that and how silly I think it is, dumb, to go down the list of games for the season. Oh, that's a win, that's a loss. Stupid. But everybody else does it, so I'll do it too, okay? All right. At 8 o'clock on the NFL Network, the schedule will come out. But we know who 2 of the games are for the Lions right now. Thursday, September 13th in Buffalo. And November the 15th at 9:30 in the morning against the New England Patriots in Munich on Fox. Not on the NFL Network, but on Fox. Special day that day on Fox. They'll be having a triple header. Games at 9:30, 1 and 4:25 on Fox that day. So, and then, of course, after the 4:25 game, you got Sunday Night Football. We don't know what that game will be yet. We'll have to wait until the schedule comes out tomorrow night to see what it is. But so I'll talk a lot about the schedule mainly on Friday. Yeah, we'll go over that. And, of course, we'll talk about it, too, Saturday morning with Andy and Jed. So, all right. That's going to do it for me. I've talked enough right now. Don't forget that, as I just mentioned, Saturday morning here locally from 9 to 10, 92.1 WCSR FM, the Time Out Show with Andy and Jed. That's from 9 to 10 every Saturday morning. I'll talk to you all again on Friday when we'll go which one they're going to win and which one they're going to lose and what their record will be, okay? Like I said, it's silly, but everybody else does it, so I'll do it too, okay? All right. So until Friday then, remember to please treat each other with respect. And I'll bid you all a very pleasant good evening. Thanks so much for watching and listening. So until Friday, I'll simply say, so long, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.